And today I wanted to expand on something that I said last time. If you were listening, I was talking about if you want to do freelance work for an employer, for a company, chances are that you are actually doing the company a big favor, because it's a lot easier for them to hire a freelancer than it is to hire a full-time employee. And doing that little exercise was kind of an exercise in putting yourself into someone else's shoes. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit, because in my opinion, the ability to put yourself into someone else's shoes is just about the most important skill you could possibly have when it comes to any kind of business, making money, getting jobs, whatever it is. That's extremely important. So, I was talking about how for employers it sucks to hire an employee who they can't fire, and who they have to pay for their health care. They have to pay them continuously. And there's all that workers' rights legislation and whatnot that makes it really, really difficult to hire people. So if you can put yourself in others' shoes, then you are making yourself much, much more valuable, and you will find that you will be far more successful. Now, on the other hand, people who think that they deserve something, who are entitled, who say that they have rights, right? They have a right to their employer giving them something. Those people are never going to be successful. And the reason why is because they're selfish, right? Think about it. I deserve this. I'm entitled to this. I have the right to blah, blah, blah. If you have this kind of attitude, that you're never going to get anywhere, because you're only focusing on yourself. Whereas if you realize that you do not deserve anything, you are not entitled to anything, and you do not have the right to have someone give you something, whatever it is, a fair wage, healthcare, maternity leave, whatever it is, you do not have those rights. Those are something that belongs to someone else, and they can give it to you if they want, but they don't have any obligation to give it to you. The value you get comes from the value you give. That's it. You don't deserve anything. You get what you put out. So if you provide a valuable service to someone, you will get paid, and you will get paid in proportion to the value of what you're providing. So if you help someone a lot, they'll be willing to pay you a lot. If you help someone a little bit, they'll be willing to pay you a little bit. If you help them not at all, then they will not pay you at all. And don't think that you deserve to be paid for not providing any value. Now, the upshot of this is that instead of focusing on yourself, instead of focusing on what you deserve, what are your rights, etc., start focusing on other people. Here's a little exercise to get your mind around that. Whenever you meet someone, doesn't matter who it is, just a cashier at the grocery store, or waiter in a restaurant, or your wife or husband, whoever it is, think about for a minute, try to put yourself in their shoes a little bit. Say, what motivates this person? What does this person want? What are this person's dreams and desires? What are this person's fears? What are the problems that this person has that they would like to solve in their lives? Get used to doing that. And if you're not meeting people in person, you can do the same thing with TV characters or characters in movies. Figure out, okay, if this movie character, what would make him happier than anything else, or what is his number one most pressing problem? And you don't have to be right. This is just speculative. You just think about it. The purpose here, the idea is that you are shifting your focus from yourself onto other people. So if you can't read people's minds, maybe you're wrong about what's their pain point or what's their motivation or whatever, that's fine. The point is that you're shifting your focus, and if you get used to that, you will find that it will pay major rewards. And then you can, to make that more practical, if you are running a business, think about your perfect customer and put yourself in the shoes of that person. Like, come up with a profile of that person. Say, my perfect customer is named Sally. She's 35 years old, she's married, and she has 2 kids. And then come up with a person like her. What is she going to be interested in? So I mean, maybe your husband doesn't give her enough attention. Maybe she wants a little free time. She has too much work looking after the kids. Maybe she would really like a vacation. You know, get into her head. You know, even if this person doesn't actually exist, even if she's just like a representation of your customer, think about what she wants. Or you could do the same thing if you're trying to get a job or you're trying to convince a company to hire you as a freelancer. Think about, what does he want? You know, maybe he's overworked. Maybe he works too much. And think about this person, whoever it is a human being, not just a representative of a company. Think about his human needs, right? Maybe he has to work 60 hours a week and he doesn't get any free time. So he wants somebody who would take this portion of the work away from him. Or maybe he's a business owner and he's doing all his own graphic design now, but he's not really very good at graphic design, so his products look shoddy. So he would like somebody that can do it better than him so he can focus on what he's good at. So you get the idea. The idea is to put yourself in the shoes of other people, figure out what they want, and if you can do that, and if you can do that successfully, you will know what people want, and you will be able to address their needs, and they will pay you handsomely for it. So that's it for today. If you have any comments or questions, as always, let me know.